Hey guys, it's Danny Gibson. We're here in the barn with trainer Josue Arce. Going to learn all about how he got into becoming a trainer, because that's not something that every day you do. And you started a little differently. You actually started a jockey. You were a jockey first. You took out your jock's license in 2004, and you really started riding in 2005. Take us all the way back to when you were a jockey and how you became that.
Well, I started off in Puerto Rico, grooming and walking horses. Then I moved to U.S. to Miami, and I become a jockey. That was my dream since I was a kid, and I knew I was gonna be involved with horses, but being a jockey was a little difficult. But since it was my dream, and I took advantage of my youth because it's a lot of physical work, and I struggled since the beginning with my weight, so I did it, and then become a trainer.
You talk about you struggle with weight because you're a little taller than most jockeys. How did you learn to ride horses? Were you an exercise rider in Puerto Rico?
No, I was a groom and hot walker, like I said, and I moved to U.S. and Henry Collazo down in Calder, he gave me an opportunity to start galloping, and it didn't took me long. The only thing was holding me back was my weight. I don't know.
You just hopped up on a horse down in Calder and you learned to gallop on the racetrack.
Yeah. In 1 week, the trainer that I was working for, he said, "Look, I have an agent, so you can start riding." And I tell him, "Hold on, I literally just start," and it was really because my weight. I was like 130. I had to go down in weight, and that took me a while.
Did you practice on the farm, getting on horses? I mean, obviously you didn't just get on the racetrack.
I did.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the farm or anything. I just went on the race, and I say I know how to ride, and that's it.
What were, so you got your weight down. What was your first race like? Do you even remember it?
Yeah, I remember. It was great. Like I said, that was my dream since I was a kid, and I didn't care how long it took me or how hard it was gonna be. I just want to see my name on the program and ride a race. Like I said, I just want to ride one race. I remember at night, sometimes I used to cry, because I couldn't get my weight down, and I wanted to do at least one day, and then I did it for 14. But that day was exciting, was fantastic. I rode my first race, but I remember getting real tired, and I said, "Oh, this might not be for me," but.
A lot of physical work. So you did ride for a few years and you accomplished something not a lot of jockeys do. You won a grade 1 with Malibu Mint, obviously a filly you'll never forget. Down in Calder, take us through that race. Did you know you were going to win?
I really like her. I rode her down in Churchill Down in Kentucky. The trainer told me we were going to Florida to put him into the grade 1 race. And I love her opportunity because Calder is a hard surface, and I rode her down in Calder, and I won the maiden special weight with her, and she has some talent. So I went down, and it happens.
Probably something you'll never forget, and you'll always have that memory. So how'd you get up to Parx?
Well, let me go back to that race in Calder. I remember, because me coming from Puerto Rico, I don't really know about grade 1s. I just thought it was I looked the $500,000 race. That's what I was, wow, a lot of money. And I remember jockeys telling me, "Arce, you just won a grade 1. All jockeys, gentleman jockeys that were riding forever. So, many of us will retire and we'll never win a grade 1. You accomplished something big." And I'm I was worried about the 30,000.
What did you remember what you spent the money on?
No, but I blew it. And then I came to Park because I was riding down in Maryland for Scott Lake, and he kind of sent all the horses up here, and he took me here, and I've been here since.
Well, you brought up Scott Lake. I know you and him have a very close relationship. He's a big trainer here. You were a jockey here and an exercise rider. What made you kind of go back to being a little bit of an exercise rider more was struggling with your weight?
Before becoming a trainer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of my way of retiring because I was exercise riding, but I still riding couple horses. But then, I call it was done. I struggled too much with the weight. I said, let me just become a trainer, and and I was galloping for Scott Lake, and being around him, knowing, taking advantage of all the knowledge that he got, and I learned a lot, and now I on my own.
I remember when you took out your license back in 2018 under the tutelage of Scott Lake. And what was that like the first time you saddled your first horse in the paddock, seeing your name in the program as a trainer?
It was great. It was fantastic. Like I said, that was my two childhood dreams. Either jockey or trainer, and I got to do both, and it was really really happy.
Well, we're going to fast forward to Pennsylvania Derby Day where you got your first win as a trainer. I was there. The emotion you had was overwhelming, and your family was there. What's that like to get to be able to experience your dream, like you said, and get to accomplish that with your family?
It was great. They all were there, and it was a big long shot, but I love my chance, and I just remember telling Lake, like, I have a shot. And he was kind of making fun of me because it was a starter race, and I just claimed it for 5,000, and she lost for 5,000. I said, I have a shot, Lake, and sure enough, she won. It was so exciting. I was so happy.
Being a trainer, you have a little bit of an inside advantage because you were a jockey, so you know what the rider is going to go through during a race. How does that help you when you give instructions for a race?
Yeah, I don't give much. I don't give much instruction because I was a jockey, and I know when the gates open, things can change like that. I mean, but like you say, it give me a little advantage because I get on all my horses, so I know them. I kind of give them a little bit of insight of how the horse is like, and go from there.
You've made a great business for yourself here. You're in the program consistently. You have a few running today. How exciting is that, and how much hard work has it been?
It's really exciting. Like being a trainer, you're more involved with the horse, so it's really exciting. Every time I have a horse running, it's exciting. It's like they're my babies. Like I'm around them all day. Like just like you said, winning the great one as a jockey, and winning beating 5,000 as a trainer. I rather take the 5,000 as a trainer. I'm more involved. I'm with them every day. When they out there and they perform, it's like I feel really proud.
Your horses look fantastic, and we're here in your barn. You take absolute great care. What do you love about the horses so much?
I love them because they're smart. They're smart animals. They know. They got personalities, and they can talk, but you can communicate somehow with them. Like they'll let you know how they feel, and it's just great. When you're born to do this, you're born to do this, and I'll be here until ever.
Back in Puerto Rico, how did you even get interested in being a groom? And because the track was there, how did you even get interested in it?
I just used to be a fan. Somehow, one day I watched the races. I remember there used to be a horse, big champion over there, Vuelve Candive, that was his name. And I become a fan, and ever since then, and I don't know, that's all I care about. I forgot about school, forgot about everything. I just want to be with horses.
Is there a trainer that you look up to? Obviously Scott Lake, but outside of Parx, is there a big trainer that you aspire to be like?
Not necessarily big trainer, just like a lot of people that helped me along the way. Like Manuel Gomez down in Puerto Rico. There's few I don't want to mention because I'm gonna let some of them left out, but there's few that helped me, and I look up to them.
Well, it's been so fun getting to be a part of your barn here and watching your business grow, and no doubt you're going to have a lot of success in the future.
Thank you very much.